Hey Jess.
How you doing?
All good, thank you. After what happened the last time around before your fight, this must have been a completely different experience for you.
It's been very relaxing. No stress, no stress.
Okay, and as you said, Donald Rooney has taken you out, has taken Tyson Pedro out to kind of show you around. So how was that experience for you?
Yeah, it was awesome. I've never been on a roller coaster before, so that was a lot of fun. I don't usually go to zoos, so that was interesting as well. Yeah, it's been great. It was good to just kind of hang out and see how someone so high level deals with their fight week, and yeah, it's been good.
And we just spoke to Ai, and one thing that she said that was interesting was she said she was the underdog going into this fight. Do you think that makes sense for someone like that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. She hasn't had a good run their last 7 fights. I have, so we're exactly where we're supposed to be.
And the last time we talked, you said you were gunning for Alexis Davis.
Yep.
So when did this fight come about? How did it come about for you?
So they offered Alexis a higher ranked opponent, which is Justified, and then the next day they offered me Jessica. So I said, yeah, cool, I'll take Jessica, and then once I beat her, I'll still call out Alexis again.
Okay. And the kind of build up to this fight was, you kind of exchanging words on social media. I kind of said that you were trying to be friends with her, but she did not want that to happen. So can you?
I don't know her. I'm not trying to be friends with her, but I'm not trying to be enemies with her. There was no exchange of words between her and I. There was her trying to exchange words and me ignoring it. That was how it was.
Okay, and she's one of the most experienced fighters in the octagon. What do you expect from someone like Jessica, who's moved down a weight class recently?
I've fought girls way more experienced than her. I've fought a lot of very experienced girls. I don't expect anything from her that I haven't seen in every one of her other fights. She's going to be a good fight. She's very talented. I'm very talented, so I think we're a really good matchup.
And what do you think about the flyweight division itself? Because now you have a champion who's going to fight the #1 contender. With the winner, you're going to climb the rank. And so, what are you going to make of that division now?
Don't know. I'm not thinking about until after this fight. I don't really care what anyone else is doing, and once I win this one, then I'll start thinking about what's next.
Hey, Jessica.
How you doing? Absolutely.
So have you conquered your fear of roller coasters, or?
No, I hate roller coasters.
No, you're not going to do that anymore?
Never again.
It looks like you've had some fun during the fight week. Does that make a difference, like going into the fight, like relax a little? Or?
Yeah, it helped pass the time.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was good.
Is it hard to be this far away from your dog?
Yeah, dude, I miss Blue so much. I'm getting photos of her every day. I wake up and I'm looking for her and she's not there, but yeah, I get to see her in a couple of days. It'll be alright.
We saw you at open workouts yesterday. It looked like you were having a lot of fun, but you're also hitting really hard too. I mean, if anyone just looks ready, it looks like it was here.
Yeah.
You feel that way?
Yeah. It's the best prep I've had, the best cut I've had. John and I always have a lot of fun when we work together, so I couldn't ask for anything to be different. It's been amazing.
When you close your eyes and think about the fight, how do you see it going?
Me winning. That's it. I don't care how, I don't care when, I'm just going to win.
And we talked a little bit about this before, but I mean, you're on the card with Jake Matthews and Tyson. I know you love Australia, and can you talk a little bit about being part of this Australian division?
It's awesome. I feel like it was only a couple of years ago that no one knew who Aussie fighters were. There was only really Mark Hunt, he's a Kiwi, or Carl Noak, were the two main names for our country, and now we've got a champion, we've got Megan Anderson, we've got so many girls, so many guys. It feels like we've always been here now because there's so many of us. It's amazing.
Best of luck to you outside.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, Jessica, can I ask you, let's talk tattoos.
Okay.
Evidently, you like tattoos. How do you decide which to get and where you're going to put them?
So I pretty much go, alright, this spot's open, and then I think about it for about 20 minutes, and I text my tattooist and I say, hey, I have a spot, when are you free? And she goes, come in this afternoon, and I turn up and I go, right, figure something out.
And then, so the artist helps decide the design?
Yeah. Her and I just kind of, something will pop in my head, what was the last one I got? That was supposed to be a dragon, and then I got there and I didn't want a dragon. I'm like, fuck it, let's do a flamingo. And she did a flamingo. So she drew that in 3 minutes, and then that's what we did.
Okay, do you have a favorite?
They're all my favorite, honestly. I think probably this one, because my mum and I got the same one at the same time, so I think the record's my favorite. favorite.
The record. And then so that's the latest, that's your favorite. Are there any that you look back on and you say, oh, maybe I should have got this one?
Yeah, this one. This one sucks. But I'm getting it covered up, so it's alright. I got a bunch of like all these are cover-ups, my legs are cover-ups, so I got no problem covering tattoos up.
And then in terms of women's MMA, did you ever imagine like 5 years ago women's MMA would be like this?
No. I always hoped it would be, you know, but I only just started fighting 5 years ago, so I was still figuring out what I was supposed to do. But it is amazing to see. I feel like within the last kind of 2 years, it's gone from zero to everything, so I'm happy.
How do you think that affects, you know, young girls growing up now, they watch TV, see a female fighter? How do you think that affects?
They definitely have a lot more role models now than what they did even 5 years ago. So, and some like really, really good ones. Some good women are around. There's a lot of good women in the media. There's also a lot of bad ones, you know, but I feel like they're a good example of how not to behave. So there definitely is a lot of I think it instills a lot of confidence in the younger generation, knowing that you can come from nothing. Like I came from growing up in a car with my family to fighting on the biggest stage in the world. So you can pretty much do whatever you want to do if you work for it.
And on that note, like living in the home, all these challenges, how do you think that this helps shape you?
It just makes me appreciate everything a lot more. You know, like I came from having nothing to now I don't have nothing. I don't have everything, but I don't have nothing. So like even just having a roof over my head every day means that I'm doing better than I used to. So I can't help but be happy.
Last question is, why do you fight? What motivates you to fight? It's a tough industry, so what keeps you going?
Love. I love what I do. You're welcome.
I just quickly wanted to ask you about John Wood and Syndicate MMA. You previously told me that John and Syndicate changed your life, saved your life. Can you also dwell a bit about that?
He will, you know, when I came to John, I had no direction. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't even know if I should still be fighting. You know, I was on the verge of retiring, and he changed my life. You know, he gave me a home when I didn't have a home. He gave me a job when I had no way to make money. He gave me opportunity when I didn't have that before. He took me from being very one-dimensional and kind of even unathletic to being able to do everything. Like now I feel like I have the confidence to try new moves. I can do whatever I want, and I wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for him. So he did. He saved my life.
And since you moved to Vegas, you can now train at PI as well.
Mm-hmm.
So how big of a difference has the past 12 to 16 months been for you?
Yeah, big. You know, I honestly thought when I got signed that my life would get easier and not as busy, but I'm a lot busier now than I used to be. But I'm doing exactly what I love every day, so I can't be upset about it.
Is the busier schedule good for you?
Yeah.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I get bored real quick, so I like to stay busy.
And what are you doing after the fight? Are you staying in Singapore?
No, I leave the next morning. So we're going to go out with my family that night, and then, yeah, I leave at like 9 a.m. on Sunday.
Going back to Vegas or Australia? Or
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.